Hello, people of Yossi Kingdom. Today we're going to be talking about making tough decisions, and this is going to be a really short video. I just want to, give you some sort of insight and guide as to, making those very tough decisions in your life so that you can make the right call and not make a grave mistake. I'm talking about, very important tough decisions like relocating to another country or getting married, who to get married to, the kind of job that you should take, some very dicey situations that you might find yourself, and that you don't just have like a manual. It's not like a right or wrong kind of answer. It's more like you don't know what the unforeseen might be. But it's important that you do not fret and you do not just run with your own mental knowledge and your own opinions and your own logic. As a Christian, my advice would always be to check back with God, because sometimes things might look all rosy and nice and beautiful and good, but it might just be, something that looks like gold, but isn't gold. And you might not be able to even spot it with your natural eyes. And this is where, being a child of God and hearing God's voice comes really handy. That is the edge that Christians have. Christians who have a walk with God, Christians who are actually, serving God in spirit and in truth and have a relationship with God. You can easily get swayed by people. If you're still one of those Christians that have to, rush to people to get advice from, pastors, to get advice from family members, you cannot make decisions on your own. It's a risky place to be, because your family members will give you their opinion based on the lowest risk. They don't want you to do something that would be very risky. So they'll give you something that they want you to play safe, and sometimes that might not be the best for you. And also, people that care about you, your loved ones, like an uncle that you care about, a pastor that you care about, might make decisions that they feel is safe for you, or from their own perspective and their own opinion they feel is the best call. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it is the best call for you. So you are the one that needs to make decisions for yourself, because if somebody influences your decision or forces you, not necessarily force you, but has a strong hold in directing you in your decision making, if it turns sour, you're going to be bitter with that person. You're going to be bitter with yourself as well, and you're going to feel like you were played or you were used. And this also goes to spiritual leaders as well. When some people go to their pastor, they want to get married, and they say, okay, I have this guy and this guy that are asking me out. Who should I pick? The person tells you pick X, Y, Z. No, that's actually not even right. Anyway, some people want to travel, they have to meet their pastor to verify if they should go. They want to start a job, they have to meet their pastor to see if it is the place to work. Like major decisions, no one should be making any decision, any major decision for you, nor influencing it. The only person that's supposed to be doing that is God. Yes, you can ask people for their opinions generally. They can give you their opinions, but that should not be the force. You should not have somebody that is, once he says go ahead, I'm going ahead with it. It should be only God that has that final say, that once God says yes, then you go. Then there's no discussion about that. I'm just going because God says so. But any other man should not be able to have that kind of foothold on you, because that is a dangerous place to be, because it gives room for manipulation, it gives room for sad stories, and it just gives room for a lot of mistakes. Now, when you have that good relationship with God, you pray about it, be patient to listen, to wait, and to just allow God to speak to you. Don't be in a hurry, and don't decide before praying to God, because sometimes we already decided on this person, like you already started catching feelings for somebody, you're already like into the relationship, like you're already 6 feet deep, and when you're not asking God, your mind is already clouded with your emotions that you might not even hear the right answer. You might just hear what you want to hear. So it's important that before you even get engrossed in whatever you're trying to hear about, try to disassociate yourself from it, try to just be neutral, try to pray about it, ask God, and God will give you direction, so that you don't infuse your own answer, you don't force your own answer, because that's a dangerous place to be. And sometimes, as I said before, something might look really rosy, but God is the one that sees beyond what you can see. For example, you want to get married to a particular person, and the person looks all good, the person checks all the boxes, the person is just perfect, but that perfect person might not necessarily be the perfect person for you. For example, perhaps God has seen that this person, with you together, there's going to be issues with childbearing, for example. You can't see that, but this person's already cool with you, and God doesn't want you to go through that. Like, you can see that it's not a good match in terms of that, even if medically it seems all right, but he has seen beyond that and knows it's not going to work, or it's going to be really tough at that area, and doesn't want you to go through it. So you can avoid that. Or God can see that somebody might not have a long lifespan and want you to avoid that person altogether, because he knows that this person is going soon, right? But because you're all clouded in your emotions and just go ahead with it, the person might be a nice person, but it's not going to last. Or the person might have ulterior motives that you don't even know, but the person looks like an angel. You know, someone that is like a narcissist, but looks and sounds and acts really nice in the beginning, and the next thing you're wondering, where did this demon come from, right? So they can be, shiny things that look really good that, in fact, there might not be any way you could see otherwise, except for God being the one to show you. So if you're not able to really rest and just ask God and let Him really lead you, but you're in a rush, you probably will make the wrong decision. So in everything, the whole point is in everything, make sure that you check with God, no matter how little it is. And of course, even in the major ones, check with God. You are allowing God to lead you and guide you. You're allowing God to, take you by the hand and, direct your steps and order everything that you're doing aright. And it just makes things a whole lot better. Now, it doesn't mean that you'll not get battles or struggles, but you know that God is with you in that place. And that is the peace that comes that no one can explain. For example, if you look at the story of Naomi, who, there was a lot of problem in a particular country, and then she relocated to another country, and there she lost her husband, she lost her children. That kind of sadness came from that relocation. If she had known better, she probably would not have gone there. So she came back worse off than she left, even though she was going to a place that was better. I usually use this example to link with people that want to make decisions to relocate from the country, like maybe they want to go to Canada, they want to go to the US. And there are people that would go there and will really flourish. There are people that would go there and come back worse off. The people that will go there and be miserable there, because it's not for everybody. It's not about just relocating. It might also be where to go. Because people are going to Canada doesn't mean you should go to Canada. If God wants you to stay in Nigeria, you should stay in Nigeria. So it's not about what people are doing and what makes sense, that looks like it makes sense logically. The Bible says that you should not trust in your own human understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him and He will direct your path. So do not lean on your own understanding. Trust God. So when you are able to bring these decisions to God, He would help you. God will not turn His back on you when, you ask Him. He has always said it that if you ask, He would answer. If you seek Him, you will find Him. So ask Him, let Him lead you. And of course, build your listening with God. It's not just when you want to make television that for the first time you're not talking to God. So it is important that you start even practicing this, even with the little things in your life. Start building your listening capacity. Start building that to hear God. And so it becomes easier as you go. So it's not until when you have a very big issue that you're not saying, okay, God, give me a dream and revelation. He will still give you anyway because He's merciful, but it's just better for you to let it be a part and parcel of your life so that you don't get into a very bad fix before you're not asking for help. You're not having a cry for help at that point. So this is all I have to say. I hope it has been of a blessing to you. And of course, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell to get notified when we release a new video, and definitely like this video and share with your friends and family. Let's grow this kingdom. I love you all, and we can hang out on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Love you. Bye.